right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I've been procrastinating with my YouTube content. And for that, I do apologize. If I have any subscribers left, I appreciate you hanging on and being patient with it, brother. So let's just jump right into it. Dave Chappelle has a special called The Closer. And if you have not seen it yet, you might want to turn this video off, go watch it, and then come back and watch the video. And I might even open up the comments for this video because I'm interested in what people think about his special, his Netflix special. Personally, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. He made some key points. He touched on a lot of issues, and it made me laugh. You know, some of them made me uncomfortable, but it made me laugh, and I was able to turn the mirror on myself and laugh at myself. And that's one thing. You know, these comedians out here are busting their butt, working their material, and making us laugh. And I'm grateful for every comedian that has ever made me laugh. You know, and it's just a shame that now even comedians who tell jokes, you know, have to monitor what they say. It's just a sad world we're living in America today. You know, you got to walk on eggshells almost as not to offend anybody. So with that being said, let me preface this video by saying I have no problem with the LGBTQIA community. No problem at all. You know, if that's what you want to do you. You know what I'm saying? It's none of my business who you go to bed with or who you do, who you are in a relationship with, or how you see yourself. If you want to be homosexual, solosexual, bisexual, trisexual, pans, trans, whatever the heck you want to be, do that. You know, be who you feel like you think you are or feel like you were born to be. I'm all for it. I am a heterosexual male, and as a heterosexual male, at times I feel like, dang, did I make the bad decision, or am I wrong for being heterosexual? Especially now, because it seems like being a heterosexual is frowned upon, you know, which it's kind of funny to me. But nah, if you want to be bisexual, trisexual, pans, trans, whatever, if you want to be a unicorn flying monkey, be that. If that's how you identify, be that. I have no issue with what you want to do. That is your right as an American citizen to express yourself the way you feel like you want to express yourself. Now, there's certain consequences that comes with freedom of speech or freedom of expression. I can't go, I have freedom of speech, but I can't go into a crowded room and yell fire, you know, because there will be backlash for that. But you know, there's consequences. There'll be consequences or backlash for everything in life that we do. And the only thing we can really be is ourselves. With that being said, I watched The Closer, Dave Chappelle's most recent Netflix special. And boy, did he get a lot of backlash from the transgender LGBTQIA community. And they said his special was transphobic. Okay, so I looked up the definition of a phobia, right? And I'm paraphrasing. Phobia is, what does it say? An excessive, basically an unrealistic fear of a person or an activity or an animal, etc. And I looked at that, and I watched his special, and to me, this is just me speaking, there was nothing transphobic about what he said. You know, he made some valid points, right? He made a whole lot of valid points, and it made me think, and it made me laugh, and it made me look at certain things a different way. You know, and I thought the special was great. Probably one of his better ones, in my opinion. So, circulating, there has been a video about the LGBTQIA community that wants to have this special pulled from Netflix, and they staged a protest. And I don't know what happened before the video was filmed, but there was a gentleman that had a sign, right? And his sign said either "I like Dave" or "We like Dave" or what have you. Now, mind you, everybody in America has the freedom of speech. You have the right to speak your mind and say whatever it is you want to say. That is your God-given, or that's your God-given right, and your First Amendment right, freedom of speech. The problem I have with ones that fought for that freedom of speech and want to freedom of expression and want to be able to express themselves any way they see how is when you impede the First Amendment of others. I don't have a problem with what you do, LGBTQIA community, but when you try to impede the First Amendment freedom of speech of others, that's the problem I have. And especially as a Marine Corps veteran, you know, who signed on the line and said, hey, I'll defend the Constitution of America, you know, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I defended your right for free speech, right? We'll touch back on that later. So this gentleman had a sign, "We like Dave, I like Dave," or what have you. Now, Netflix protesters, LGBTQIA community, the ones that decided to protest this Netflix special, they were out there, you know, doing their thing, exercising their right to free speech. Here comes a gentleman. Now, whatever his intent was, you know, if you go out in the middle of a protest and you have a sign or you're standing in opposition of what the protest is, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some backlash. But what they did was they took this man's sign and they broke it, leaving him with just a stick. And then started to claim, oh, he has a weapon. He has a weapon. Now, in my opinion, the guy was being a little sarcastic and saying, dude, why did you break my sign? Now, you know, that was probably going to be the outcome of you putting that sign up in a protest like that or in a situation like that. But nevertheless, he still has that right to free speech. And so he asked, why did you break my sign? And somebody yelled out, because you're an asshole. So just because he's an asshole, does that negate his right to free speech? You know, does that give you the right to break his sign and then be the bully, but then play the victim? Oh, he has a weapon. He has a weapon. Now, this guy kind of walked away peacefully. Okay, cool. But then one of the protesters got in his way. And then they got in his face. You know, and to me, that's bully behavior. You know, for so long, you fought as the LGBTQIA community, you fought for equality and you protested for acceptance and all that. But then when somebody who is pretty much doing the same thing you're doing and expressing himself the way he sees fit, you have an issue with that. Looks like a little bit of hypocrisy to me. And then proving Dave's point that, you know, it's okay to do whatever you want to do, but just don't hurt the LGBTQIA's community's feelings. Dave brought up the point of rapper DaBaby, who shot and killed a man, you know, and rap career didn't suffer. But as soon as he said something that hurt the LGBTQIA's community feelings, they want to cancel him. Kevin Hart made some quote-unquote homophobic statements and then got pulled from hosting the Oscars. And what cracks me up is all these years, everybody's laughed at nigger jokes, Jew jokes, Hispanic jokes, whatever type of jokes. You know, Dave told a joke about a movie idea he called Space Jews. And I guarantee a bunch of those protesters laughed at the Space Jews joke. We don't see Jews up in arms about oh, let's pull the special off because he made a joke about space Jews. You know, I'm pretty sure the protesters laughed at Clifford the big black nigger joke. But there's, from what I've seen, and Dave Chappelle has told plenty of nigger joke. And I've yet to see a protest about pulling his specials off of Netflix because he told nigger jokes. And I'm pretty sure you protesters laughed at these nigger jokes. But can't handle a joke being told about the LGBTQIA community. It's a freaking joke. Learn to laugh at yourself. You know? And like I said, I looked at that special and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was hilarious to me. But going back to this protest of this young man, now, if he went in with the intent to be a jerk, okay, that's on him. But he had every right to do, every right to write on his sign or say whatever he wanted to say about that special. And there was nothing wrong with him saying, "We like Dave." That was his freedom of speech. Now, if he would have said something like, "Oh, I hate the LGBTQIA community," I understand tearing down his sign, you know, but it was his sign and it just simply said, "We like Dave." Where is the harm in that? You guys protest so much about taking down a special. Right now, I'm getting back to the veterans thing. How about you use that same energy to protest at the VA or what have you about homeless veterans? Why don't you use that same energy to help out homeless veterans? In my opinion, there should not be one homeless veteran in America. Why? We're freaking veterans. We gave our life or put our life on the line for a company or for this country. Some in peacetime, some in wartime. You know, but nevertheless, we fought, we fought, or we put ourselves to have the potential to fight for your right to be goofy, to be a hypocrite, and say, well, since he's making transgender, transphobic jokes, we want to protest. We fought for that right for you to protest. So why not give back, use that same freaking energy to say, hey, you know what? We don't like the way veterans have been treated, because without veterans, without your military, guess what? You may have lost the right to free speech. I think people want to have something to argue about so bad that you're at this point, I feel like you're grasping at straws. And really, all what I want to say is stop it. Give it a rest. We've heard you, LGBTQIA community. We've heard you. You know, I may not agree with what you do. Well, hell, you may not agree with what I do. You may not agree with heterosexual behavior, you know? And I'm saying, do what you do. But don't crap on me for doing what I do. Don't crap on me for enjoying somebody's difference of opinion. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. You know? He talked about people punching down on people. Don't punch down on me. I feel like it happens, you know? And honestly, I feel like, and he said it best, to something to the effect of, I'm really paraphrasing, something to the effect of, it's not about, to me, it's not about the LGBTQIA community. You're exercising your free speech, yeah, and protest of that, but then you come back and, well, no, I'm saying it wrong and I'm not going to touch on it. So there'll definitely be a part 2 to this. But right now, I do want to deal with the fact that, use that energy. And you guys have to forgive me because I'm really coming off the cuff and I have a lot going through my mind right there concerning this issue. To me, use that energy to protest against the VA or protest the fact that we have so many homeless veterans in America. You know, it's funny how people seem to forget veterans, or only remember veterans on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Hey, guess what? You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, now I may not have served during wartime, but on behalf of those that did serve during wartime, you're welcome. It really burns me up, you know, that something like this happens when we're all living in the same country and we all want to enjoy the same rights and privileges that being in this country provides. You know, and like I said, there'll definitely be a part 2 to this. Stop it. Really, for real, stop it. Enjoy the jokes. You know, that's what comedians do. Comedians take real life situations and make them humorous. Stop being so freaking sensitive. Turn the mirror on yourself and laugh at yourself. You know, it's not hard. Life is not hard. We make life a lot harder than it has to be. I'll say it like that. We make life a lot harder than it has to be. Life is somewhat hard, but we make life harder than it has to be. Laugh at yourself. You know, get the stick out of your behind and laugh at yourself. Have a sense of humor. Guaranteed you, like I said before, guaranteed you laughed at the Space Jews joke or Clifford the Big Black Nigga joke. Why not laugh at some gay jokes? Because at the end of the day, that's all it is, man. It's entertainment with some reality to it. You know, and Dave Chappelle, he's a genius. I'll say it 10 times out of 10. Dave Chappelle is a genius. He has the ability to take something and make you look at it and make you laugh at yourself. Part 2's coming up. Enjoy your evening.